For far too long I've wanted to feature Lewis Capaldi on my channel, but every time I do he gets blocked. So let's see what happens with this cover song. It doesn't seem to happen with cover songs by artists for some reason. But it's Lewis Capaldi every time, the Britney Spears cover that everybody is speaking about. And all the reputable papers like The Independent are saying that the fans are absolutely loving it. Fans of Lewis and Britney herself. Britney's heard the version and apparently she shed a few tears. And this is the cover of all covers, people are saying. So I'm going to make a very special thumbnail after I've done this video. Lewis Capaldi, to my worldwide audience, is not particularly well known because it is a channel of underrated, unknown artists from different countries. And even though Lewis is a global phenomenon, there are still many countries that are represented on my channel that don't know of him. He is Lewis Mark Capaldi, a Scottish singer, songwriter, musician, nominated for the Critics' Choice Award at the 2019 Brit Awards. In March 2019, his single Somebody You Loved, which everybody loved, topped the UK singles charts, where it remained for 7 weeks. And in November 2019, it reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It was nominated at the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards for the Song of the Year and won 2020 Brit Award for Song of the Year. Now, Capaldi has also won the 2020 Brit Awards for Best New Artist. And he released his debut album, Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent, which remained at the top of the UK albums charts for 6 weeks. It later went on to become the best-selling album of 2019 and 20 in the UK, and Somebody You Loved was the best-selling single of 2019 in the UK as well. It was announced that Capaldi's song Somebody You Loved had become the longest-running UK single of all time by a British artiste. That, everybody, to my audience on my channel, is whom you're going to hear. His vocals are dramatic, liquid gold, powerful, but his delivery of songs encapsulates everything that you'd want in a ballad. He turns it around to make it his own. He makes every song feel where you're just taking a breath and you feel, wow, that's something else. So this is my first time listening to this, and thank you Genius Lyrics and for the lyrics of the song. And always I go to that channel, so do check them out as well for lyrics for songs. So if you're looking for any artist and lyrics and updates, they have an amazing channel, So I'd like to thank them for all the help they've given me. Now back on to Every Time, the song itself. A little bit of bio and then we'll play it. It's a song by, of course, herself, Britney Spears, from her 4th studio album, In the Zone, in 2003. It was released as the 3rd single in 2004, and after her relationship with Justin Timberlake ended in 2002, Spears became friends with her background singer Annette Art Annie. They started writing songs together at Spears' house in Los Angeles and then traveled to Lombardy, Italy, where they collaborated on Every Time. Musically, it's a piano-driven pop ballad which lyrically pleads for forgiveness for inadvertently hunting a former lover. And Spears composed the music herself and wrote the lyrics with Artani. According to Artani, it was written as a response to Timberlake's 2003 hit Cry Me a River, which Spears has neither confirmed or denied. Now, Every Time received universal acclaim from music critics who praised its lyrics, composition, and Spears' so I'd say whispery vocals really, and songwriting, deeming it amongst the highlights of In the Zone. Commercially, it became a global success, topping the charts in 5 countries, many countries, and peaked at number 15 on the Billboard 100 in America. Spears did a series of live performances such as TV shows Saturday Night Live, Top of the Pops, and the Onyx Hotel tour to feature this song, and always the fans responded with tears and joy because the lyrics themselves resonated with a lot of people. It was one of the most in-depth songs at the time written by any artist, and really I think changed things for Britney. I really call this song the turning point in her career, where she was very, very poppy. Yes, she had the relationship with Justin Timberlake. Yes, it broke up, but she became her own thereafter. The song highlighted her writing skills and proved her prowess, not just as a singer, a performer, but as a lyricist as well, when it came to putting pen to paper of how she felt. Now, inspired by the cinematography of the 1990 film Leaving Las Vegas, the accompanying music video for Every Time, the original by Britney, was directed by David LaChapelle, and it features Spears as a pop star fighting with male companion as she is hounded by the paparazzi. She starts to drown in a bathtub after bleeding from a head wound from the paparazzi camera hit. Now, in the hospital, doctors fail to resuscitate her, while simultaneously a child is born in the next room, implying she's been reincarnated. The original concept had Spears kill herself from a drug overdose, but part of the plot was removed after it received criticism from organizations such as Kidscape, which, when you think of the amount of people that follow her who are young, that didn't come as a surprise to me, who perceived it as glamorizing suicide. Now, critics took note of the video for its religious references to the Passion of the Christ, Kabbalah, and stigmata, as well as foreshadowing Spears' own struggles with fame. So that is the bio about the song. Let's hear the performance by the wonderful, wonderful artist that is Lewis Capaldi.
Notice me, take my hand. Why are we strangers when our love is strong? Why carry on without me? Every time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. It's haunting me. I guess I need you, baby. I make believe that you are here. It's the only way that I see clear. What have I done? You seem to move uneasy. Every time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. It's haunting me. I guess I need you, baby. And I may have made it right. Please forgive me. And I may have caused you pain. And the song's my story. Every time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. It's haunting me. I guess I need you, baby. I guess I need you, baby. I guess I need you, baby.
Do you know when you listen to it in the headphones, the echoes that vibrate is almost like your heartbeat. It truly is. You feel like you were in a church and you were blessed with that performance after listening to it. Because truly, Lewis, that is the ultimate cover for me that you have done. Now, it does come, to my surprise, from, and I'm just going to go back, if I can, and it comes from an album of covers that he's done, one of 18. Now, all the details will be attached to this particular video in the description and his links to follow this through. And to order your copy of the covers, because if that is anything to go by, it's a copy that, sorry, it's an album that you want in your collection. I also heard that Lewis was diagnosed with Tourette's disease. When I say Tourette's disease, sorry, I'm saying stupid things today. Maybe I need an awakening, but that has been an awakening. But another one, a coffee. But we go forth with he's been diagnosed with Tourette's, and we all know that Billie Eilish also has that. And that would explain certain things in the character of this extraordinary performer and singer. But it doesn't take away from his golden vocals. It doesn't take away from the performances that he gives, because he truly is one of those exceptional artists that you just go, wow, after. So after saying wow, maybe as we'll flick through the lyrics, it's not part of what I wanted to do today. I really wanted to talk about a bit more about Lewis, but I know that a lot of people who are foreign to my channel would also like to have the lyrics as well. Diagnosed, so that's what we'll do, and I'm literally doing it live in front of you here. We'll just get up and we'll do it. An amazing performance, I have to say. It says, notice me, it starts, take my hand, why are we strangers when our love is strong? Why carry on without me? So therefore, it's a case of Justin herself. She has not confirmed or denied that even this song was really about Justin. But with him, Cry Like a River, and her doing this song, I really feel that both songs marry, don't you? I think the two simultaneously came out more or less after this breakup. So our love is strong, why carry on without me? It's a question. It starts with a question. Does it get answered? Let's continue. And every time I try to fly, I fall. Without my wings, I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. It's haunting me. I guess I need you. It doesn't matter if it's Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. But whenever you are away from somebody that you've just recently broken up with, the worst thing is living in shadows. It's a famous saying, but it can be applicable to so many things. And I think when you do walk away, not walk away, when you do have a relationship breakup, you almost blink and see their images of the person that you've just broken up with. Even my exes, I've only ever had 3 relationships. I'm in my 3rd at the moment. Even with an ex, I've remembered the rows, I've remembered the upsets, I remembered the breakup, and I remember for a long time, every time I blinked my eyes, an image would come up. And the need and the want to be with them. There's nothing worse than being on your own. It continues, I make believe that you are here. It's the only way I can see clear. What have I done? You seem to move on easy. There's always one in a relationship breakup that feels the pain a lot more and takes a lot more to move on, mentally and physically, always. And when it says I make believe, you almost start living in a fantasy. It's going to heal. We'll get back together. Things will carry on, and this will be just a hiccup. We all hope that. So we make up a fantasy. And then initially when people say, how are you, and so, whomever your other half was, you do tend to turn around and not speak about it. Some people call it bluffing. I call it protecting your heart. And you might even come out with, oh, we're okay, we're just taking a break at the moment, that kind of thing. But when you think of, let's say, Britney, and when you think of the song itself and Justin at the time, there was so much intense pressure on that relationship. It could never have lasted, never have worked. It would have, the two of them would have had to be in a different time zone, in different careers, for that to have happened, because everybody in Hollywood wants a new couple to speak about. The couple thing is something that they go crazy about and frenzied about, and it does work out sometimes. You only have to think of Jennifer Lopez and her current husband. I can't think of his name at the moment, but they worked out, and they were together previously, and the press haunted them. But then karma came around and they got back together. But Justin's happily married, so is Britney now. Time has moved on. But at the time she says, and every time I try to fall, without my wings I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I need you. I see your face, you're haunting me. I guess I need you, baby. Of course, the words "you're haunting me" is because she hasn't let go. And one of the most difficult things in any relationship, we all know that, is letting go. But if you're strong within yourself, your feet are there for a reason. Move forward. Do say to yourself every day, I have to let go. I have to let go. It's better to let go of the pain in the initial couple of weeks, months, than to live in a fantasy world, which we discussed before, about every time I close my eyes, I'm living in a make-believe world, believing it. I'm in shock. I don't believe this happened. I believe we'll get back together. It's better to let those thoughts go and move on. And then she says, I may have made it rain. Please forgive me. My weakness caused you pain, and this song's my sorry. So it is a song dedicated to somebody. Do we say it's Justin? I believe it's too coincidental, and I do believe it is. It continues, at night I pray that soon your face will fade away. That is the thing about letting go. And even for Britney, being in the same sphere of work, crossing paths with Justin all the time, it would have been the hardest thing in the world, hoping that would fade away, because your paths are constantly crossing. But it continues that every time I've tried to fall, without my wings I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. You're haunting me. I guess I need you. She's only human, of course you do. In the initial breakup, everybody needs somebody. But just believe that somebody else will come into your life. And if you believe that and believe in yourself as a person, empower yourself, you can move on. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Britney. Absolutely incredible cover. I agree with all the papers and the fans. I loved it. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to tell me what your favourite Lewis Capaldi song is. Until next time, take care.